Thinking about moving to the Tucson area but can't decide between Marana and Oro Valley? Well, today I'm Team Oro Valley.
And I'm Team Marana. Same desert sun, different lifestyles. By the end of this video, you'll know which suburb is the perfect fit for you.
Stick with us. We're covering everything from schools and neighborhoods to golf courses and restaurants. And wait until you see which suburb has 10 elementary schools and which one leans on prestigious charter academies. You're going to want to hear this.
All right, let's dig deep on population and vibe between Marana and Oro Valley.
Let's do it.
Marana has about 62,000 residents. About 41 to 42 years old is the median age. It's fast growing, younger crowd, and very family focused. There's a lot of sports happening in every single corner in Marana. Marana's where cul-de-sacs double as basketball courts and bounce houses in every corner for birthday parties.
In Oro Valley, there's a little bit less people, so we have about 47,000 residents, and the median age is a little bit higher at around 55 years old. In Oro Valley, it's a little bit older and a calm, upscale feel.
So Marana weekends are a lot busier. You'll see families going to sporting events for their kids, soccer, softball, anything in that realm, with a wagon full of snacks and a cooler.
Okay, and in Oro Valley on the weekends, you're going to see a lot of bikers on the side of the roads. Brunch, breakfast places are going to be really full. It's a much quieter vibe, calmer. So in Oro Valley, you're much more likely to meet a pickleball champion than you are a skateboarder.
So in Marana, there is a different feel. There's a lot of farming still. There are cotton fields, there's a pumpkin patch. So you do see a lot of the more, what would we say, timeless atmosphere.
When I actually moved to Tucson, it's just very different because Marana was like all farmland, and it felt like you just drove through this large area, before you would get to like Casa Grande and all that. And now a lot of that has built up. So that's where Gladden Farms is now. There's a big Fry's grocery store in there. So it's just very different, but there's still like farmland kind of sprinkled throughout there, which is neat to see.
For sure. It does take you back in time a little bit, just going through the cotton fields as well as the pumpkin patch, but it's definitely growing.
It's a much more relaxed vibe, I would say, than Oro Valley. Okay, now we're gonna move into housing and the cost of living in both Oro Valley and Marana. So tell us about Marana.
In Marana, the homes are selling about $438,000. You have Continental Ranch. So Continental Ranch is already an established neighborhood, but there is a ton of construction happening in Gladden Farm and Saguaro Bloom. And if you want more of the luxury options, there is Dove Mountain. It has a golf course. It has more of the upscale living. Price points are a little bit higher, but you do get way better views.
Kind of a luxury vibe.
Yes. It's funny because in Marana, neighborhoods are popping up more than Starbucks drive-thrus.
In Oro Valley, you're gonna have a little bit higher prices. So most houses are selling for approximately $500,000 to $510,000, so a little bit higher. So some of the main established neighborhoods in the Oro Valley area are Rancho Vistoso, Cañada Hills, the villages of La Cañada. You're going to see a lot of golf courses around there. One of the other high-end areas that's really established is the Oro Valley Country Club. Stone Canyon is more of the luxury vibe that's up a little bit farther north in Oro Valley, and that one's a beautiful area, higher price point for sure. Definitely one of the things that stands out in Oro Valley is the views. The mountains, the Catalina Mountains there are just breathtaking. Even one of my favorite areas is when you walk out of the Target there and you just have Push Ridge and the Catalina Mountains. It's just gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
So in Oro Valley, you're definitely going to pay a little bit more, but that view is like built-in therapy. Schools in Marana, tell us about the schools.
So in Marana, we have, in terms of public schools, we have 10 elementary, 2 middle schools, and 4 total high schools, but 2 of those are alternative high schools. And in terms of charter and private schools, we do have Lehman Academy, we have Legacy, as well as La Paloma and Pathway Academy High School. Families love Marana because of choice. There is a school for every type of learning style.
In Oro Valley, there's 3 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and then Wilson is a K-8 school. There's also 2 high schools in Oro Valley, and that's Ironwood Ridge and CDO. So when it comes to private schools and charter schools, there's actually 7 in Oro Valley, so a few more to choose from. There's Basis, Lehman Academy, Push Ridge Christian Academy, Casas Christian School, St. Elizabeth and Seton, where your kids actually go, and Immaculate Heart Academy. Oro Valley doesn't have as many schools, but the ones that they do have are definitely heavy hitters. Basis alone attracts students from all across the state. Okay, next up, economy and growth. So tell us what's happening with growth and the economy in Marana.
So Marana is actually one of Arizona's fastest growing cities.
Crazy.
It is crazy. The amount of building and growth happening in Marana is quite impressive. In terms of employers in Marana, the most convenient thing is it's right off the I-10. So it's very easy for people to commute from either going to work in Phoenix or going to Tucson downtown.
Yeah, I even know a lot of military people that actually live in Marana because it's easy access.
Yes.
Oro Valley is much slower growth. It's much more built out, so you're going to have a lot more established neighborhoods. There's not really a lot of building going on. One of the major industries that's really big for employment is the health sector. One of the major employers in Oro Valley is Roche. There's also Honeywell, and there's even a lot of people that live in Oro Valley and actually work at Raytheon and just make the commute.
Yes, there's definitely a lot of healthcare in Oro Valley.
For sure. Oro Valley is actually known as more of a tech and medical hub. One of the things that drives a lot of people to Tucson is golf and recreation. So let's talk a little bit about golf and recreation in Marana first.
In Marana, there's about 6 golf courses, including Crooked Tree Golf Course, which typically has the lowest green fees. And then there's also Quarry Pines. And the higher end courses are definitely in the Dove Mountain area. That includes the Gallery, as well as the Highlands and the Ritz-Carlton. So most of the golf courses are public. The only one that's fully private is the golf club at Dove Mountain.
And that one has 27 holes, and it was designed by Jack Nicklaus. So when you talk real estate in the Dove Mountain area, you can definitely get some houses that are on the golf course for people that like that, the golf course type living. There's also a lot of the bigger like recreation areas within those communities for pickleball and tennis and stuff like that. And in Marana, for the people that are wanting to do a little bit of golf, but not an actual golf course, there's, of course, Topgolf.
Oh, yeah.
In Oro Valley, there's 3 main golf courses. Some of them, especially Stone Canyon, you do have to buy the membership, which can be a little bit pricey.
Most of the golf courses in Oro Valley are private and require membership, but there's options.
So one of the biggest recreation pieces in Oro Valley is definitely cycling. It's actually the cycling capital, and you can connect to the Loop, which is about 131 miles of uninterrupted bike path, no traffic, nice and safe, and it goes all the way around Tucson, but you can hop on there right from Oro Valley.
Also, you can hop on from Marana. If you're a cyclist and you're thinking of moving to Arizona, definitely Oro Valley is probably one of the more cycling friendly areas in town.
You also have access to Catalina State Park, which is really popular for a lot of hiking. There's even some birthday parties that happen in there and some camping.
So let's go over lifestyle and dining in Marana and Oro Valley.
Okay, tell us about Marana.
So Marana's food scene is catching up with its growth. So little by little, we're seeing every year a new restaurant pop up. We have Nana's Kitchen, we have La Bufadora, we have Umo Kitchen, so a lot of Mexican restaurants, but we also have good sushi. And for fine dining, there's actually a restaurant in the Ritz called the Core Kitchen and Wine Bar.
Okay, I have to say Oro Valley has a few more options though, to be honest. So Bodega's Michelangelo's is one of our all-time favorite Italian restaurants. For Mexican food, Seis is one of my favorites. There's also El Charro, which is really popular. And then outside of the Mexican food, Village Bakehouse is really good. On the weekends, you'll see a lot of bicyclists that are sitting there having breakfast. There's also the Keg, which is a really nice steakhouse.
Definitely a lot of all-time favorites in Oro Valley.
For sure. Another favorite for locals in Oro Valley is Noble Hops. They have a great patio. It's nice and easy to sit out there. They have fire pits, which is great. Right across the street from Noble Hops is Harvest, which is another top choice.
Yes, definitely Noble Hops has great views, great atmosphere.
Yep. Okay, let's talk coffee for a second. The Starbucks in Oro Valley is actually, I think it's the largest one in the whole southwest area in the United States. And there's even a Dutch Brothers there now. Let's take a minute and answer some frequently asked questions real quick about Marana versus Oro Valley.
Let's go. Which suburb has better schools overall?
Okay, so Marana overall has more schools. Oro Valley has the more prestigious ones. So the ones that stand out there are Basis, Lehman Academy, and Push Ridge.
But Marana does have more options and flexibility.
For sure.
Where do you get more home for your money?
You're gonna get more home for your money in Marana for sure. They're actually about $70,000 cheaper than the average home in Oro Valley.
Which is better for retirees?
Oro Valley has higher median age, quieter lifestyle, and access to strong healthcare.
Which one has a shorter commute? So Marana's definitely better for the I-10 commuters, just because it's easy access from Phoenix to downtown, just accessing the I-10.
Oro Valley is perfect if you're working in Northwest Tucson.
So definitely Marana takes that one. So choose Marana if you want more home for your dollar, tons of school options, and a growing restaurant scene.
Choose Oro Valley if you want stunning mountain views, top-tier charter and private schools, and an upscale lifestyle with some polished amenities.
If you're enjoying this breakdown, smash that like button.
And subscribe for some more Tucson suburb matchups. Okay, drop a comment if you're Team Oro Valley.
Or Team Marana, and let's settle this once and for all.